My brother slept with my fiancée and thought I'd forgive him, so I disowned him, and he lost everything. I'm Ethan Carter, 31, a civil engineer in Seattle. I design bridges and buildings, things that stand strong against time and storms. It's not just a job, it's who I am, pouring my heart into blueprints that shape the city. My office in Pioneer Square is a mess of coffee cups, drafting paper, and a model bridge I tinker with when I'm stuck. 4 years ago, I thought my life was rock solid. A career I loved, a fiancée, Megan Foster, who made my world brighter, and my older brother Ryan, my partner in crime since we were kids. I trusted them with everything. Turns out, that was my biggest mistake. Megan, 29, was a marketing consultant. Sharp, beautiful, with a laugh that could light up a room. We met at a charity run in Green Lake Park, both sweaty and joking over bad race t-shirts. Over coffee at a Fremont cafe, we clicked, and I fell hard. After 4 years, I proposed on a rainy hike in the Cascades, her saying yes through tears. Our wedding was 6 months away, invitations printed, a venue booked in Ballard. I saw us growing old together. But then she started pulling away, spending too much time with Ryan. Ryan, 33, was a sales rep. Loud, charming, always the guy with a story at the bar. Growing up in our parents' split-level house in Renton, we were tight, even when he got into trouble, skipping rent, starting bar fights. I'd bail him out because that's what brothers do. He'd flash that grin, say, "You're the man, Ethan," and I'd let it go. Deep down, though, I knew he resented my steady job, my life coming together. I just didn't want to see it. Our parents, Linda and James, always leaned toward Ryan. Mom, 58, called him her golden boy, fussing over him at Sunday dinners. Dad, 60, a retired contractor, said Ryan just needed time to find his path. Me? I was the reliable one, the fixer, expected to keep everyone happy. My best friend, Tom Reynolds, 32, an architect with a no-bull attitude, wasn't buying it. We'd grab beers at a dive in Capitol Hill and he'd squint at me. "Ryan's way too cozy with Megan, man. Keep an eye out." I shrugged. "They're just buddies." His frown, the one he got when a client ignored his designs, stuck with me, but I pushed it away. Work was my safe place. My colleague, Claire Thompson, 34, with her endless supply of Sharpies and a laugh that echoed in the office, loved my latest bridge design. "You're on fire, Ethan," she'd say, sketching beside me. But home felt off. Megan was distant, late nights at client meetings, texts that barely said anything. Ryan was always around, crashing on our couch in our Fremont apartment, joking with her over takeout. I'd catch them sharing glances, whispering when they thought I wasn't listening. I told myself it was nothing. They were family, I trusted them. Love makes you blind like that. I planned a surprise for Megan, a weekend getaway to Whidbey Island. She smiled, but her eyes flicked to Ryan, sprawled on our couch with a beer. That should have been my wake-up call, but I ignored it. I was building a life with her, with Ryan right there cheering us on. Then one night, it all came crashing down. It was a rainy Seattle night, the kind where the city feels like it's underwater. I was at a work dinner downtown, buzzing about a new bridge project, when my phone lit up. A text from Tom. "Get to O'Malley's bar, now." My stomach knotted. I mumbled an excuse, drove through slick streets, and walked into a nightmare. In a dim corner of the bar, all sticky floors and neon signs, were Megan and Ryan, my fiancé and my brother, kissing, hands tangled in each other. The world stopped. I stood there, frozen, my heart hammering. They didn't notice me. I snapped a photo, my hands shaking so bad I almost dropped my phone, then stumbled out into the rain. Back at our apartment, I waited, sitting on the couch, the photo burning a hole in my chest. Megan slipped in at midnight, smelling like wine and perfume. "You're up late," she said, too casual, kicking off her heels. I held up my phone, the photo glaring. "Explain this." Her face went white. "Ethan, it's not what you think," she stammered. "Not what I think?" Tell me the truth, I said, my voice barely holding. She crumbled, sinking onto the armrest. It happened a few times. I'm so sorry. I love you, not him. A few times? My fiancé slept with my brother. I felt like I'd been punched. Get out, I said, pointing to the door. She cried, grabbing my arm. It was a mistake. We can work through this. Work through it? She'd broken us. Now, I said louder. She packed a bag, sobbing, and left, the door slamming behind her. I called Ryan, my hands still shaking. He answered, laughing like nothing was wrong. Yo, Ethan, what's good? I sent him the photo. Dead silence. Then, man, chill, it's not a big deal. We're brothers. Not a big deal? You slept with my fiancé, I said, my voice cracking. He sighed like I was overreacting. It just happened, dude. You'll get over it. Family, right? Family? He thought I'd just forgive him. I hung up, rage blurring my vision. The next morning, Mom called, her voice soft and careful. Ethan, Ryan told me what happened. Don't make this bigger than it is. He's your brother. Let it go. Let it go. He slept with Megan, Mom, I snapped. She gasped. Don't rip the family apart. Work it out. Work it out, Dad texted. Keep the peace, son. Ryan feels awful. Awful? They were protecting him like always. I stared at their words, feeling like I was losing my mind. Was I the crazy one? Tom came over, slamming a six-pack of Rainier on the counter. They're garbage, he said, his voice hard. Cut them loose. Cut them loose. Megan was my future. Ryan was my blood. What do I even do? I asked, my voice low. He leaned in, eyes steady. Kick Megan out for good. Tell Ryan to stay away. You're worth more than their crap. Worth more? I didn't feel it, but Tom's words stuck. I sat there, staring at Megan's engagement ring on the coffee table, Ryan's old hoodie still on the couch. 3 years of love, a lifetime of brotherhood, gone. They thought I'd roll over, forgive them. They didn't know me at all. Megan and Ryan didn't stop. Their texts kept coming. Megan's apologies flooding my phone, Ryan's "we're family" bull. I was angry, hurt, but mostly lost. How do you rebuild when the people you trusted most betray you? They pushed harder, thinking they could guilt me back. They were so wrong. A week after I caught them, Ryan showed up at my apartment, leaning on the doorframe with that stupid grin. Come on, Ethan, he said, like we were kids fighting over a toy. It was a dumb screw-up, let's grab a beer. Screw-up? He'd slept with my fiancé. Get out, I said, my voice low, gripping the door. He laughed, stepping closer. You're too serious, bro. Megan's sorry, we're cool. Cool. I slammed the door, his laugh echoing in the hall. I leaned against it, my heart racing. Was I being too harsh? No, I wasn't. He didn't get to walk this off. Megan was relentless. Voicemails every day, her voice cracking. Ethan, I love you. Let's fix this. Fix what? She'd chosen Ryan's bed over our life. She posted online, vague, weepy stuff like, hurting but holding on. Holding on? She was playing the victim and some friends bought it. A guy from college texted, heard Megan's rough. Give her a chance. A chance? She'd gutted me. Rumors spread. Ryan told people I was blowing it out of proportion, that family forgives. Forgive? My blood boiled every time I heard it. Mom and Dad kept at it. Mom showed up unannounced, her eyes red, clutching a Tupperware of lasagna like it could fix this. Ethan, you're breaking us apart, she said, standing in my cramped living room. Ryan's your brother. He's sorry. Sorry, he wasn't. He slept with Megan, Mom, I said, sharper than I meant. She flinched. Family sticks together, honey. Family? They were picking him. Dad called later, his voice gruff. Forgive Ryan, or you're letting us down. Letting them down? I hung up, my hands shaking. Was I the one tearing things apart? I wondered, but only for a second. They'd chosen their side. Work was my escape. Claire noticed me diving into our bridge project, staying late sketching beams and supports. "This design's unreal, Ethan," she said, her Sharpie squeaking on a whiteboard. I threw myself into it, the math and lines calming my head. I started volunteering with a group building homes for low-income families, swinging a hammer until my arms ached. That's where I met Sophie Hayes, 30, an environmental journalist with a quick wit and a habit of tying her hair up with a pencil. We bonded over coffee runs and shared tools, her laugh cutting through the noise. "You seem like you've got a lot on your mind," she said one day, handing me a nail gun. I shrugged, not ready to spill. "Just friends," I told myself. Tom was my anchor. He found texts. Ryan bragging to his buddies about Megan, her flirty replies from months back. "They're scum," he said, handing me printouts at a bar in Belltown. "Hold on to these if they push." Push they did. Ryan told friends I was jealous of his free spirit. Megan's posts got bolder, photos with Ryan captioned, "Family first." Family? They were mocking me, and it hurt more than I'd admit. Mom set up a reconciliation dinner at their house. I didn't want to go, but Dad's voice on the phone, gruff, saying, "Be a man, Ethan," guilted me into it. I went, my fists clenched, the printouts in my jacket. Ryan sat there, his arm around Megan, smirking like he'd won. Mom and Dad hovered, all fake smiles. "We're sorry, Ethan," Mom started. Ryan cut in, grinning. "Yeah, little bro, it was a stupid fling. Let's move on. Blood's thicker, right?" Megan nodded, her eyes wet. "I love you, Ethan. Let's try again." Try again? They weren't sorry. They were smug, sure I'd cave. I stood, my voice steady but shaking inside. "You're not sorry? You're not family?" I tossed the texts on the table. Ryan bragged about sleeping with my fiancée. Megan was in on it. Read it. Mom gasped, snatching the pages. Dad's face dropped. Ryan's grin vanished. "That's fake!" he yelled. Megan sobbed. "Ethan, why are you doing this?" "Why? They'd done this." "You betrayed me," I said. "I'm done." I looked at Ryan. "You're not my brother." At Megan. "You're nothing." At my parents. "You picked him. Deal with it." I walked out. Their shouts. Ryan cursing, Megan pleading, Mom crying, fading behind me. In my car, I blocked their numbers. All of them. It hurt, but it felt right. Ryan and Megan didn't back off. They kept pushing, spreading lies, thinking I'd crack. I was done playing the good brother, the peacekeeper. With Tom and Sophie in my corner, I was rebuilding in Seattle, stronger every day. Then they overplayed their hand, and I let their world fall apart. 2 months after that dinner, Mom begged for a family meeting at their house in Renton, the same place we'd had 1,000 Sunday roasts. "We need to heal," she said, her voice wobbly. Dad called it my duty. I didn't want to go. Why keep opening the wound? But Tom pushed me. "End it your way," he said, sipping a beer at our usual spot. So I went, the printouts tucked in my jacket, my heart pounding like I was walking into a fight. Ryan was there, his arm around Megan, that smirk back on his face. Mom and Dad sat stiffly, like they were hosting a funeral. "We're all sorry, Ethan," Mom started, her hands twisting a napkin. Ryan jumped in, grinning. "Yeah, bro, it was a dumb fling. Let's move past it. Blood's thicker, right?" Megan nodded, tears in her eyes. "I love you, Ethan. Let's fix this." Fix this? They weren't sorry. They were cocky, betting I'd fold like always. I stood, my voice calm but burning inside. "You're not sorry. You're not my family." I dropped the texts on the table, Ryan's brags, Megan's replies. "Read it," I said. Mom grabbed them, gasping. Dad's face fell, his coffee mug frozen halfway to his mouth. Ryan's smirk was gone. "That's fake!" he shouted, standing. Megan sobbed. "Ethan, why?" "Why?" "You betrayed me," I said. "Both of you. I'm done." I looked at Ryan. "You're not my brother. At Megan. You're nothing. At my parents. You chose him. Live with that. I walked out. Their voices, Ryan yelling, Megan crying, Mom begging, fading into the rain. I blocked their numbers in my car, my hands steady now. It was over. Tom met me at a bar in Fremont, beers waiting. You nailed it, he said, clapping my shoulder. Proud of you. I exhaled, feeling lighter but raw. Was it too harsh? I asked, staring at my drink. He shook his head. They earned it. He was right. I'd carried their mess too long. I canceled the wedding, called the venue, the caterers, all of it. Dropped Megan's ring off with her friend. Done. Work kept me going. Claire and I crushed the overpass project, the city praising our design. You're a rock star, she said, high-fiving me in the office. I started mentoring young engineers, sharing what I knew. Sophie, from the volunteer group, became a real friend. We'd grab coffee at a shop in Ballard, talking about her articles, my projects, anything but the past. You're tougher than you look, she said one day, her pencil twirling in her hair. Tougher? Maybe I was. There was a spark there, but I wasn't ready to jump in. Ryan and Megan kept trying. Ryan told friends I was unhinged, jealous of his vibe. Megan posted sob stories online. Lost my love to anger. Some people bought it. A cousin texted, "Why'd you ditch Ryan? He's family." Family? He was a traitor. I shared the texts with my close crew, Tom, Claire, a few others. They backed me. Ryan's a jerk, one said. Megan's posts got called out. You cheated, girl. Own it. Her likes tanked. Sophie and I got closer. One night we hiked Mount Rainier, stars bright above. I told her about Ryan, Megan, the whole mess. You didn't deserve that, she said, her hand brushing mine. We kissed, slow and real, the mountain air cold around us. It felt right, like a new beginning. I was moving forward, not just surviving. 2 years later, my life's stronger than ever. Seattle's my home, rainy streets, coffee shops, the hum of ferries on Puget Sound. I'm 33, head of engineering at my firm, designing bridges that'll outlast me. My house in Ravenna is small, but ours, with Sophie's books everywhere and our rescue dog, Scout, chewing my shoes. Ryan and Megan? Their worlds fell apart, and when Ryan tried one last desperate move, I was already gone. Sophie and I got married on a cliff overlooking the Sound, just us, Tom, Claire, and a few others. Claire gave a toast, calling me the guy who builds bridges in every way. My overpass project won a national award, and I started a free engineering camp for kids in Rainier Valley. Sophie's latest article took down a shady developer, and we celebrated with takeout and bad wine, laughing till midnight. We're planning a trip to Alaska, maybe kids someday. Life's full. Real. Then Ryan came back. A letter slid under my door, his handwriting shaky. Ethan, I'm sorry, it read. I was jealous, messed up. I've got nothing, job's gone, friends too. Can we talk? Sorry. He'd slept with my fiancée, laughed it off. I showed Sophie, who shook her head. He's sinking, but you don't owe him a rope. I nodded, tore it up. His mess wasn't mine. Tom gave me the rundown at a bar in Queen Anne. Ryan's a disaster. Fired, living in some dump, no one trusts him. Megan? She's selling houses, barely getting by, no friends left. Their lies caught up, Ryan's bragging, Megan's fake tears all exposed. Mom and Dad tried reaching out. Mom emailed, Ethan, we were wrong. Ryan's lost. Forgive him. Dad called, come home, son. Home? They'd picked Ryan. I replied, I'm happy. Respect that or stay away. They stopped calling. Work's soaring. I'm leading a new bridge project, mentoring a team that's like family. Sophie's writing's changing laws, her fire inspiring me. Tom threw a party for my project win, Sophie joking with Claire like they'd known each other forever. You dodged a disaster, Tom said, nodding at her. Dodged? I'd won. Friends who'd fallen for Ryan's lies apologized. We didn't get it, one said. I shrugged. It didn't sting anymore. My circle, Sophie, Tom, Claire, is enough. Ryan's last try was a post online. My brother turned family against me. Against him? The nerve. It bombed. Comments ripped him. You slept with his fiancée, bro. He deleted it, but screenshots spread. Megan sent a DM. Ethan, I regret it all. Can we talk? Regret? Too late. I blocked her. They're nothing now. Ryan a nobody, Megan forgotten. They bet on my forgiveness and lost everything. Our first anniversary was perfect. Sophie and I danced in our backyard, Scout at our feet, stars above. Tom raised a glass. To Ethan, who turned pain into power. We laughed, Seattle glowing around us. Ryan and Megan's betrayal broke me, but it made me. Sophie's not just love. She's truth, home, everything. I'm Ethan Carter, engineer, survivor, happier than ever. And I wouldn't change a thing.